What's happening, guys? This is TheLonewolfTech coming back to you with some more Let's Play Volts. And as you can tell by the title of this episode, we will be making power armor. But before we start off, we need to cover a few things. Starting off, last week, I know I didn't post any videos. It was actually my birthday on that Monday, which was February the 25th. So I kind of celebrated that weekend and didn't get any recording done. I was going to make some Dota episode as a filler, but didn't have the time, and exams are coming up, so having to study for those. Just a lot of things going on, but we are back with some Tekken and Volts hopefully this week. Should be 5 episodes this week like usual. And what else do we have to cover? We have a lot of things to cover, especially in the I've done a lot of things. I've been up all today messing around in the Volts world, putting up a few systems which I've kind of needed, and we didn't really need to cover in depth on the actual videos. So first thing I want to cover is coal. Now, as you can tell, in most of the Volts and Tekken mod packs, coal is a very valuable resource, especially if you're running coal generators. When I started Volts and I saw those coal generators, I knew to myself that we would be running out of coal a lot in the Volts mod pack. So I steered away from coal and we went to heat generators. Well, we still, for things like steel and tunnel bores, need a lot of coal. So I've ran into the issue where I have no coal. So what I've done is I found a few ways we can get around using coal by using charcoal. Now, some of the machines do not accept charcoal, and some recipes do not accept charcoal. So just as a quick example, our coal coke furnace does not accept charcoal. Here's some charcoal. It does not accept it, which that kind of sucked. And by the way, we got a big tank up here. We added some more extra tanks for the crease oil. But anyway, it does not accept charcoal. But the blast furnace, on the other hand, does accept charcoal. Now, you might be thinking, well, why don't we just put charcoal in the blast furnace and forget about the coal coke furnace? Well, if you watch, it actually takes 2 to 3 charcoal to make 1 steel ingot. So it only takes 1 coal coke to make 1 steel ingot. So basically, you can turn one piece of coal into 1 piece of coal coke, and you can use that to smelt 1 piece of steel. So it's a whole lot more efficient that way. And we're gonna collect this steel because we're gonna need it to make the armor today. So if it hurries up, we also get some experience from that because it is smelting. And the other way we can actually get steel is by using the other recipe, which I think we can go into it from here. Then we want the other steel ingot. So not that way. That is another way to make it, but there's an even easier way to make it. If we take charcoal, which we don't have, actually there's some up here, and you get charcoal by smelting wood. So what I've been doing is I've been chopping down the fields over there, and just smelting it in the furnace into some coal. So not that biggie. But if we take our charcoal and we take some iron, we can actually do this, which gives us steel dust, and we can use that to we can smelt that back into steel steel ingots. Now, you might also be thinking, well, why don't we just do that? That seems more efficient. Well, it's not. It takes 4 charcoal to make 1 steel dust, which makes 1 steel ingot. So really, the coal coke furnace and the blast furnace are the most efficient way of making steel. It's probably the longest way of making it, but it is by far the most efficient. On to other things. We've made a transport system. So we've moved into the new house up there, and we moved into the mountain. Well, I don't think I mentioned it, but I do have a cold. That's why it sounds so terrible. Really sorry about that. But anyway, we've needed a way to get our items out of here, moved into our new facility. So the easiest way I thought of doing that, instead of just carrying it back and forth, was set up a little bit of railcraft. So this is the exact same setup that we've used for like the coal coke and the blast furnace with the item loaders and unloaders. So this is just our deposit chest, and we'll probably see a chest cart running down here, and those are just powered rails along the way to make it go get some speed so it can go up the hills. Now right here we've made a little bridge. Now this is actually some weird looking stuff. This is actually made from what is it? It's a tie, railroad tie. So if we take a wooden tie, which is made like this, and you just put one in a crafting table, it will make this little, I think it's just one. It will make this little fence-looking thing, and we can actually use that to make little rail cart things. I don't even know what to call them, ramps. But yeah, that's one way to do it. I tried using cobblestone fences, but that didn't work too well. So also need to add cobblestone fences to this so the mobs will stop stopping it. As you can see, it's stopped here, so we just kind of got to push it along. And you can see it goes up this hill, and it kind of breaks through here. We actually need to put a block there. I'll just put a bit of dirt there, so no mobs can creep in. But it just goes back and forth. We'll run inside to actually see where it goes in the inside, but I'll show you where it also deposits. But we got that going. If we run in here, we can see. We'll just run to the back. It goes outside through here. We can actually run there. There's a lot of running going on since everything is so far away. Oh, come on. I hate these freaking iron doors. But see, it just comes down. There's I ran out of the little ram things, so I've had to use cobblestone. But it just comes down, lands back here next to a chest, and I'll show you in the inside where that is. But yeah, I've had to use these iron doors because in this new update of Minecraft, the mobs can actually break wooden doors. So it's one thing to be noted. And if we go down here, we'll see the actual deposit chest. So it's another little storage room. Deposits right here. Just puts everything in here, and we kind of just got to sort it manually for now. Not that much of a big deal. Other things we need to cover. We actually have an inner chest going down here. So this is connected to our mine, which I'll run down in a minute to show you what's going on down there. And then we gotta take a look at our another reactor. So last episode, I believe it was, we made a fission reactor on down here in this facility. So what I've done is gone ahead and made another one, so we can have power going to both sides. It's the exact same setup except for one difference. And as we can see, they've run out of power. Now, if we look at the hazmat suit right now, we can tell we're taking radiation. And we're going to watch it for a second because this is what the hazmat suit does. I thought once it ran out of durability, it would just break and you'd have to craft a new one. But thankfully, it doesn't. There's some bit of coding in here that says when it breaks that it should just create itself again. As we'll see when it breaks. Boom. It just spawns back new. So it won't actually break. It won't actually go away. I'm not sure if there's a lot of uses, but this has happened a lot. But I haven't seen much of a problem, and we really need to get rid of this freaking trapdoor. Oh my gosh. But over here, it's the exact same setup, except remember when I was talking about the fusion reactors, I said if you right click it with a wrench, it will make this big looking turbine. Well, this is a big looking turbine. I decided to do it so you could see what it looks like. And yeah, you just right click it with a wrench, and with a 3x3 bit of turbines, you just right click it with a wrench and it'll make this. And supposedly it's inefficient as just having regular turbines, so that's why I didn't do it on the other side. And I might actually end up breaking this and putting back turbines, but I don't have the resources to do that right now, so because I'm not sure if it will break into the individual turbines yet. But we'll go ahead and turn this reactor on. We're running out of uranium quite quickly. They do use a lot of uranium. And I'll wait for it to spin up so you can see what it looks like. There it goes. So it just spins like that, pretty basic. And we got a little bit of uranium left up here. Our centrifuge has been going constantly. And I think there's something out there on the forums that's saying that the centrifuge, if you use a fission reactor, it actually takes it's inefficient, as in it takes more power than produced by a fission reactor that it takes to well, basically I'll put it in layman terms. If you put one uranium rod into a fission reactor, it actually produces less power than it takes for a centrifuge to actually make the uranium ore. So it's inefficient, but we have the heat generators, which is going to make up for it, hopefully. So, but it shouldn't be that much of a problem. And I guess we can go take a look at the mine real quick, because I want to make sure we're up to date on everything. What I've done is I've just moved the tunnel bores down here, so we can actually start mining it out here, and it was actually a pretty wise decision. I was going to finish doing tunnel bores in our other mine, but decided to move them down here, and it's actually been pretty well because we've gotten quite a few emeralds and stuff from doing this. So as we can see, I've set one down this direction and down that direction, and then I'm starting just to branch it off like you would in a regular mine. Is that oh, I thought that was some diamond or something, but we're just gonna light this up with torches. We'll come back later and collect all this, except we will collect oh, it looks like we will collect the coal, but looks like what happened up here is the tunnel bore ran into water. Now this is the only thing you gotta watch out for. Gravel not as much, or lava not as much, but water you really gotta watch out for, because tunnel bores do not like water. Because if you know anything about railcraft, you know that water will actually break tracks. So that's why the tunnel bores don't like water, because when they place a track, it'll just break and they cannot continue. So you gotta watch out for that. It looks like there's fire down, there's some lava down there. And also our tunnel bores have run out of heads, or bore heads, so we gotta remake some of those. But we've been saving up our steel for this armor, which we're gonna be making here in a second, which is gonna be pretty cool. The armor, I haven't researched it, 100%, but I know a basic of what it does. But what my main hope for it is that it will also have some radiation resistance to it, so that way we'll actually have some armor instead of having to wear this hazmat suit, because when you're doing things like mining in a hazmat suit, you have no armor, so if a creeper comes, you're pretty much screwed. And for some reason, you run upstairs extremely fast in this update of Minecraft, so that's one thing to be noted. And I know I sound terrible, and this got snot all stuck up in my nose. But anyway, we'll get this little bit of steel smelted. Get that going. We got some left in here. And we need to make some more plates. So, this should be enough plates now. More than enough, hopefully. So, we want to make a power suit. So, you have your head, torso, legs, feet, and power tool, which are all really cool. And we basically need a bunch of circuits and steel plates to make all of them. So, we got our steel plates. We got some circuits in here. I hope it's going to be enough. And we'll take these extra steel plates. But hopefully this is going to be enough. It's pretty simple. Remember, you can always hit this question mark and it will display the recipe in your crafting bench. That's one thing I didn't know, but now I know. So we got our helmets. We need our torso. I will say one thing. It's either the tunnel bores or the fission reactors that kind of make your world lag a little bit. I've noticed it when I get about 30 FPS when I'm in this facility, and as soon as I go to around it, like to the sand biome, I get up to like 100, 150. So it does have some effect on performance, but I think I just might need to allocate a little bit more RAM to it. I'm not sure how much I have allocated. So this is a power tool, I think, something like that. Don't really remember. So I was close. Alright, so we got all of our stuff. What we also need is a tinker bench, which will allow us to add mods to our stuff. So we need a lapis block, and emerald, steel plate. All looks very expensive, but we actually have all of these resources from our tunnel bores, which is pretty surprising, because I didn't think tunnel bores would be that amazing, but they are just amazing how much materials you get from them. It's unbelievable. I never thought I would actually get that much from using tunnel bores. So believe it was like this, with an emerald in the middle and then steel plates on the outside. Yep. So we got our tinker bench. Now, this is where the fun part comes, because I don't really remember if this needs power. well, I know the armor needs to be charged for sure. Well, actually, we'll set this. I was gonna set this up upstairs in our house, but we have no power up there yet, which will be coming here soon. We gotta get some solar panels up there, but for now, we'll set this up. Probably somewhere over here, which we don't have a pickaxe anymore because I broke it cutting trees. One of these should have power under it. Okay, we need some more cable. We got some cable, thankfully. Just do that, and we'll get this guy, which looks really awesome. As you can see, the graphic for this is just amazing, and FPS killing. So we got our armor, and we can kind of see some of this. The text is kind of small, but there's not really anything I can do. We can upgrade the armor for diamond or iron plating, diamond plating, or energy shield. And I think this might also slow down your spear. We can put a basic battery, store energy, store more energy, a whole lot of energy. When you run out of air, this module jolt the water around you, electrolyzing small bottle. Okay, that allows you to breathe underwater. Color tinting, also transparent. I want to see if this actually connects. Okay, so it doesn't look like you actually have to have this connected to power. But I did it anyway for some reason. Alright, this is for the torso. You can get a glider. So you can like fall, you can get a parachute, slow you to spin, and you can get a jetpack, which we'd probably get a jetpack, which we need iron thrusters. Press shift for more information. So basically, let's say we wanted to make a jetpack, we could go, and we know we need iron thrusters, so we could get, is it ion or iron? It's ion thrusters. That just give me power legs? No, okay. We could search for thrusters. Thrusters, and that's how we make it. So those look pretty expensive. We're not going to be making that yet. Alright, for legs we can get sprint assist, jump assist, swim boost, or uphill steep assist, which probably makes you jump higher. And then the energy cool, which is a cool one. So it's a shovel, an axe, or a pickaxe you can upgrade, which we'll probably go for the pickaxe here in a second. To mine obsidian, so that's cool. Reduces under energy, so all that cool stuff. So what we're gonna do right now is power some of this stuff up. So in a battery box, that's all I want to do. So it looks like we need to add batteries to this. So let's see how we add a basic battery. LV capacitor or an MV. Okay, so let's see how we make some capacitors. Alright, so MV capacitor takes an advanced battery and some wiring. Alright, that just takes a regular battery. How's an advanced battery? Glowstone, dust, and silver. We don't actually have any glowstone, I don't think. Oh, my nose is just stopped up. So we'll make the normal batteries because we have some normal batteries. So we just need gold ingots and insulated wire to make the other wire and some batteries. So we'll get some gold, and we have a couple batteries. Let's get rid of some stuff that we don't really want. Alright, so we're gonna need tin, some redstone. Get out of here. We don't really need lapis anymore. Tin. Just put that there for now. And we're gonna need coal, which we have 17 coal, so that's about all we got. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and make some ingots. That should be plenty. Just throw that on the ground for now. And then we need to make some wire. And that should be more than plenty. just throwing all this stuff on the ground. And then we needed this surrounded by batteries. Is that how we did it? Yeah. Oh, I guess these have to be like fully charged batteries. Probably. We'll just charge these guys up. Other way, just put them in there. They charge up. Now this battery box, even though it is connected to a fission reactor, and because the centrifuge is also connected, it pretty much drains all the power. So that's why there's not really any power in there. And we can actually put some more uranium ore in there. There we go. This guy's charged, so we can put this guy in there. And this guy's charged. So those don't actually take too long to charge. We want this guy, some wire. We got one. That guy's actually not charged. Yeah, I won't accept it. Put him back in there. Yeah, there you can see the diagram because you can tell the little energy bar is all glitchy. So that guy's done. We can do this. Make another one. Hopefully, yep, they stack. And then we need our tin, which we put up. I will try that out. My inventory is looking really full because I got too much armor in here. Because I had platinum armor for when I was fighting some mobs. I think that's actually charcoal instead of coal. There we go. So we're gonna need a couple. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 4. Yeah, that's more than enough. We'll just kind of throw these guys in here. Get them going. That one's full. And we can go back over here and make some more. I will really miss the project table. That's for sure. Where's that other battery we had? That one's empty. That one's empty. I guess we didn't have a full one. We got 3. We just need 2 more. We'll throw some of this materials in here so we don't have to run back yet. That guy's not done. That guy's done. Throw another one in here. Give me my wire back. Alright, so we need a fully charged one. 3. We got 4 now. This guy done yet? Oh, almost. We'll forget him. This should be enough. Maybe. Yeah, 5. So, now we want to come over here and install the basic battery. Install. So, we got our battery size. And we want to install one in here. Install one in here. Here. And here. So now if we look at our power armor, we should have 0 out of 20. So now we want to charge them in the battery box. So we can just do that. We'll actually put a battery in there to make it go a little bit faster. We'll put that away. And actually a nice... Oh! It actually didn't use any of our capacitors, so we didn't actually need to make 5. We just needed to make 1. So that's one thing to be noted. I'm not sure if that's going to work with all of them, but all the different mods, but that might be something to try out. Alright, so we got that charging up. Now, one cool thing you can do is if you have a full battery, which at current we do not. This guy doesn't have any power. And we need to charge up our tool still. That guy's done. This is actually doesn't store a lot of power right now, but eventually we can upgrade it. So we'll put a battery. Do we have another battery? We have one here. Put some power back in here, and I'll show you what you can do with the centrifuge to make it run a little bit faster. And we'll come over here and put it. If you put it in here, you'll actually you'll get a boost of speed. You can kind of see it go a little bit faster, but it will drain a lot of power. So that's one way to kind of boost a centrifuge to make it run a little bit faster. Okay, we got all of our tools done. So now we want to replace our armor, or our hazmat suit with an armor, and see how it looks. And at the top left hand side of the screen, you can actually see our power, 80k out of 80k. So I guess this all acts as one big battery when you have it all connected up. And we can F5 to see how we look. We look pretty badass. You can't see our face anymore, but you know, whatevers. We're actually going to put this back up, and we're going to go see if this actually affects with radiation. I have a feeling it will, so I hope we won't die right off the bat. Let's find out. Let's just hold some uranium. Yeah, that still affects you, so you still is going to need that hazmat suit. So yeah, we might actually die here. We'll just run over in the corner, so if we do die, I mean, when we die, yeah, well, everything will just spawn over there. So, radiation still does affect it. There might be a mod that makes it anti-effective to radiation, but I didn't see any. But that would be a really wise one to get. I would like to see if there's some like anti-radiation block or something, so you don't have to wear a hazmat suit. Because it's kind of disappointing, the hazmat suit being the only option against radiation. But I think what we'll do is just leave our hazmat suit here. And, you know, you kind of even want to wear it when you're mining because of the radiation from just the ores. So, this other thing, every time I die and every time I log in, it puts me in game mode C. So, that's kind of annoying. Ah, my nose. So we'll put this back on. It also takes away my my hazmat suit. As you saw, we had it before in our inventory, but now we don't. So yeah, I'll probably end up having to spawn that back in here shortly. But this armor doesn't actually have any durability. Oh, we actually have 100k now. Oh, because we have a power tool on. This armor doesn't have any durability, but what it does have is some you lose power, kind of like the nano saber and such. In please don't bang on my door. Kind of like the nano saber in Tekkit and that sort of deal. So we'll go down here in the mine to just test out how well it mines. So as you can see, it mines pretty crappy. That's because we do not have the pickaxe upgrade. So what we want to do is upgrade this to be a pickaxe. Now what you could technically do is make a lot of these fists for digging and chopping trees and all that, and pretty much have all your areas covered. So let's see what this pickaxe module needs for our power tool. So we want the pickaxe module, which needs 3 iron and a solenoid, whatever that is. And that just needs iron and wire. So we still have a lot of wire left. So we'll let this mob in, whoever he is, so he won't break down our door. We'll take care of him and close our door. We didn't need to make that an iron door, of course. Iron. There's some iron. We'll just do this real quick and make our solenoid and get back over here to the tinker table to have some fun. Alright, so we have our pickaxe tool, so we'll just go ahead and install that. So now we have the tinker, and we should be able to do stuff. And now it does have a weight. I'm not exactly sure what the weight does exactly, but that should be something to find out. Diamond drill needs 1 and 3 diamonds, so we actually might make that, even though we have a diamond. So I probably won't do it that much because I'm not sure if there's a speed thing to it. So what we'll do is go back in the mine and mine something real quick. That is not the mine, that is our power facility. I do seem to be running a little bit faster. I'm not sure if that's just me or the power armor. I guess y'all can tell if you're paying attention more than I am. Let's go down here in the mine and mine some stuff. We need to kill that slime. So you can see it kind of mines pretty well. Not great, but there's upgrades to make it better. And this should mine most of your ores, you know. So not too bad, not too shabby. And we can, basic battery, we can just see all the different modules installed. And what we'll probably end up doing is installing a lot of modules for next time, because this seems pretty cool. But, yeah, guys, this is the power armor from Voltz. If you enjoyed this episode and found it quite interesting, make sure you like and subscribe. If you feel sorry that I'm sick and cannot talk or breathe, like and subscribe as well. And I will be seeing you later. Sorry about that, guys. One more thing I would like to show you about the power armor. As you saw before that the power tool mined quite slowly, well, there is something we can do about that. So if we go back to the Tinker Bench and select our power tool, you can see that there's this little slide down here which is called overclock. And basically, it does what it says you can do. You can increase the amount of power. If we can actually drag this. I just did it a second ago. There we go. You can increase the amount of power that it uses for one block to increase the amount of harvest speed that you get. So basically what you can do is set this to use more power but mine quicker. So what we're going to do is run back in the mine with this about half overclocked, and we're going to mine something, and you'll be able to see how fast this mines and how much energy it uses. So we'll run over here back to where we were doing before, and as you can see, it mines a whole lot quicker. This is about the speed of a diamond pickaxe, a little bit faster, I think. But yeah, that's what the power tools are. They're not that worthless. Overclocking them is very smart, and we actually haven't lost any power yet from this speed, so I'm sure that's going to change, but for now this is pretty cool. So yeah, that was one thing that's needed to be shown about the overclocking. That's a major factor, so I'm glad I caught that before it was too late. Again, like and subscribe, and have a merry day.